antibiotic really needs doctor prescription? Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanda Nashanira and I will talk about antibiotic prescription. First of all, we all must know what is antibiotics. Antibiotic is a powerful medicine that discovers in our time that can fight certain infections and can be a lifesaver. Antibiotics only works for bacterial infection and not effective against virus infection. How do they work? They will stop bacteria from reproducing or destroy them completely. Antibiotic works when there is excessive harmful bacteria that our immune system cannot fully fight off. We all know we have different type of antibiotics. Different type antibiotics works for different type of bacteria. If you take wrong antibiotics, it may cause worsen infections or allergy reactions. Back to my question, is antibiotic really needs doctor prescription? I must say yes. So this is some ways to get doctor prescription. First, visit your doctor. You must trust your doctor judgment because when you visit your doctor, he or she will examine you and check your antibiotic taken history. Secondly, question your doctor when prescription is written. If she or he can't answer or won't answer, find someone who likes to. Thirdly, don't take prescription without visit because you will hurt yourself in a long time if unnecessary antibiotic is taken. And fourthly, not all people are afford to go to hospital to get their doctor prescription. So there are some pharmacies that can write prescription, so you can easily purchase your antibiotics there. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maizati binti Mansur and my point is the irrational uses of antibiotic among university students. Do you know that there are many researches that were conducted all around the world, such as in India, in China and also in Palestine, to know whether the students' knowledge correlate with their behavior or not. This research was aimed to the medical student because as we know, the medical student have the high knowledge about the medication compared to the other courses. Surprisingly, the results show that there are high percentage of medical students that use the antibiotic without prescription. For example, in China, there are 97% of medical students that use the antibiotic without prescription. And when they are asked, the main reason why they use the antibiotic without prescription is because for the treatment for the common cold, where this is where the thing goes wrong. Actually, the common cold was infected by the virus and antibiotics do not work on the virus. Why the antibiotic do not work on the virus? The bacteria have the cell wall while the virus do not have the cell wall, but they do have the protective coat that protect them from the antibiotic. And the bacteria also attack our cell body from the outside and not from the inside. Meanwhile, the virus attack our body from the inside the cell and reprogram the cell to become a new virus. That is why the antibiotic do not work on the virus. Even though the antibiotic work on the bacteria, but you must know the bacteria is very adaptable. So if there is the overuse of antibiotic, the bacteria will be immune to the antibiotic and the antibiotic will not work on our body anymore. That is an example of disease that caused by the bacteria and also the virus. The disease caused by the bacteria was meningitis, which is where the bacteria attack our brain layer, and also pneumonia, the infection of the lung. So for the disease that caused by the virus is for the common cold and also the flu. In conclusion, as the Faculty of Health Science students, you must know that common cold is not caused by the bacteria and antibiotic cannot fight against the virus. So you must take the antibiotic with prescription from your doctor. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dianur Taufikila binti Abdul Wahab and I will explain my part under the topic heavy usage of prophylactic antibiotic in aquaculture industry. The rapid growth of aquaculture industry due to depletion of the fisheries and the market forces that globalize the sources of the food supply. The development in this industry has followed by some practices that may harm the human and animal health. The aquaculture fish has been raised with the stress and pressure that can decrease the effectiveness of their immune system to clear up the bacterial colonization and also the infection. How antibiotics being used in the aquaculture industry? First, the antibiotic will be used to increase their immune system. Secondly, the prophylactic antibiotic will be used when there is hygienic issues in the fish raising method and also when there's failure to isolate the healthy fish with the infected fish. Thirdly, the prophylactic antibiotic also will be used as a component of their food in their bath and also as injection. As the result, the unconsumed food and also the fish pieces will be reach the bottom of the recipients and will be washed off to the nearest site and will be ingested by the other animal. How aquaculture can be the source of antibiotic resistance? The aquaculture can be the source when there's a transmission of antibiotic resistant determinant from the bacteria in the aquaculture to the human and terrestrial organism. There are several effects of the usage of prophylactic antibiotic in aquaculture. Firstly, there will be presence of the residual antibiotic in the fish and also shellfish products. Thus, it will lead to the undetected consumption of the antibiotic by the consumers. Secondly, there will be high potential alteration that can increase the susceptibility to bacterial infection and also the antibiotic resistant bacteria. It also can cause allergy and toxicity, and it will be hard to be diagnosed if the patient has some disease because we lack of previous information about the antibiotic injection. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Waimi bin Hassan and I'm here to talk about antibiotic resistance. So, what is meant by antibiotic resistant? Antibiotic resistant can be described as a microbiological and or clinical resistant. It is exists when an organism possesses any resistant mechanism. Clinical resistance can be explained as a failure to achieve a concentration of antimicrobials that inhibit the growth of organism in a particular tissue or fluid. So we already know what is antibiotic resistant. Now we move on to the factors that can cause the antibiotic resistance. First of all, the occurrence of resistance in a microbe is a natural process that involves processes called selection and also the mutation. Secondly, the overuse of antibiotic also cause the antibiotic resistance. In many countries, antibiotics are unregulated and available over the counter without prescription. This results in easily accessible, plentiful and cheap, which promote to the overuse of antibiotics. Moreover, there are important factors that can lead or drive the antibiotic resistance. These include the sanitization setting, water hygiene, and also the drug quality. So, it is clearly that antibiotic resistance is a threat for us. Therefore, few actions have been taken by all health organizations all around the world. WHO, World Health Organization, have made a landmark by declaring that antibiotic resistance is a global health concern. This is for the awareness of people about how bad is the antibiotic resistance for our health. In addition, there is also the development of health insurance policies, consistent disease control strategies, and also the stewardship plan in the community. Last but not least, the use of alternative therapies for the treatment and the control of infection diseases, also reducing the emergence of the antibiotic resistance. So that's all from me. Thank you. Health is our concern.
Hi, my name is Fatina Suhabiti Saharuddin. So I want to talk about the future of antibiotics. Before antibiotics, physicians had little meaningful therapeutic to alter their patient illness. Then, when the appearance of various types of antibiotics such as sulfanilamide and penicillin, cures came to be expected. But this powerful weapon against disease quickly led to risks that bring us to antibiotic resistance and finally bring us back to reality. 3 years ago, the legends gathered and focusing about the lack of antibiotics. This showed that we need prescription to consume the antibiotics, and then antibiotics need to be used wisely. Fleming himself, the discoverer of penicillin, warned the abuse of penicillin which surely led to antibiotic resistance. Sadly, we are not learned from the past. We are exposed our environment to million kilograms of antibiotics every day. The future of antibiotics will face the antibiotics market failure. There are 3 aspects of antibiotics market failure. The first one is scientific, second one is economic, and the third one is regulatory. For scientific, there are more than 140 antibiotics has been developed for human use in the past 18 years. So, it is increasing risk, time-consuming, and also expensive to develop a new antibiotic. Why? Because the low-hanging fruit has been plucked. Economic perspective, the antibiotic is less attractive than other drugs. It is because the antibiotic is just short-course therapy that cure target diseases. So more companies think that they can get more profit by selling the drugs that used daily by the patients such as hypertension and also the cholesterol. Third one, for regulatory perspective, the clear clinical trial guidance for new antibiotics took many years to be released. Next, how to maintain the antibiotic resistance in the future. First and the most important thing, stop use the antibiotic for all things but use it for the most essential thing. For example, the ear infection and the urinary tract infection might not need antibiotic treatment. Secondly, it is not just a doctor need to change their practice. Patients themselves need to realize that the antibiotics is not the panacea for all their cough and sneeze. Lastly, the agriculture sector need to look for alternative to improve the hygiene and immunization to reduce the risk of infection in animals. That's all from me. Thank you.